one. This is a pen I'm super excited for. If you haven't watched my channel much, you may or may not know this. I am a huge fan of Leonardo pens. This is my first Momento Magico. I've never had that model before, and I'm really excited for this. I already have opened this and inked this. I couldn't wait. But I want to go straight into the unboxing so you can kind of see everything as well as I did the first time. You have this really nice watered looking box. This pen is called the, excuse my butchering, Pithecusa collection, which is an island over there that is supposed to look amazing and wonderful, and that's why you have all this nice like water, and it's kind of holographic on there. I have a special nib on here, which you can see right there. It's an elastic fine. That's my first one I've ever used from them. That's that way. You have a slip case here on the top. Underneath that, you have another black box with another slip case. Inside of that, you have a hard shell case, and then you have the pen. It always comes with a little international guarantee that has all the information on there. You guys can see this in another video. I'm sure I'll do many more of these. But it comes in this, but I already took it off. It also comes with a hang tag, as all Leonardos do, which I love. And the pen itself. You need to see this one. Look at this. It has such nice chatoyance. It looks just like water. And when I first bought this, I didn't realize it had this marble kind of look around the cap band. And this cap band, I don't know if they've done this one before. I've not seen it. I'm thinking it's to fit the theme of this. Just looks so good with everything else. Just look at this. I love how this pen looks. And for those of you not familiar with this kind of effect, for that effect to be from here all the way down and matches it, and when I open it, it's also there. That means they're using one rod straight through to make this. They're keeping that consistency by doing that. It is great craftsmanship. It is just fantastic. But going into this pen, sorry. So as always, at least the ones I have, the Leonardo pens, they have these points on either end. They look fantastic. I think the pen model is gorgeous. It has their normal clip you always see. It's a little stiff, but it's no biggie. This little roller ball here always is fantastic. I just love Leonardo so much. I did get the gold trim. This one does come in stainless steel, or sorry, a silver steel. I don't know if they call it something else on there. And then a rose gold. I was very tempted to get the rose gold to kind of fit like the soft looking theme, but I went with the gold and I think it works great. I also wanted to show you, I guess, too. So you can misalign these. And if you do, your design right there won't match up as you spin the pen. So that is something to keep in mind, but it's not really a big deal. You kind of just get it right before it, and it usually matches up just fine after. For the nib, I have an elastic fine. You can kind of see a little spoiler for what kind of ink's on there. It has these cutouts, and it is Leonardo stamped or branded. You can see right there. In here, you have your ink window. I don't know if you can really see too well through it, but when this is clear, it's definitely obvious that it's clear. You can tell I have ink in here and it's very apparent. I just love how this pen looks so much. For anyone that saw my unboxing video I did not long ago, I bought this ink in there, and it is Lamy Turquoise. I went with this color, not because the pen is this color, but this has pretty good shading to where it's like really dark and you get a heavy blue, and it gets a lot fainter as you write lighter or start to run low on the ink. You can kind of see it through there, and I'll have my normal picture up here as I always do. But I thought this would fit perfect, and it really does. For my writing sample, I'm going to be using my Rhodia paper. This is the A16. It is 90 GSM paper. It is a very consistent writer, and many people have seen me use this exact paper in the past. I want to show you what the flex of this pen can do. This is my first elastic fine from them. Just look at that. Jeez, that's so nice. But this is my first elastic fine from them, and I just want to show you guys what this nib can do. So looking at this, that's your normal line width right there, and then this would be your pressure one where you're applying that. You can see it's not super heavy as I've seen on some other pens, but this pen is like soft to press. It doesn't feel very hard to get that line variation at all. So like here's no pressure, and then here's with. Now, being left-handed, a lot of these flex nibs really aren't made for you because they're made to pull, not push. And when I'm, at least the way when I write, especially being a side writer, I'm pushing this way. If you write underneath as a left-handed person, you can get away with this a lot easier. But I still wanted to try this because I really want to enjoy that. And I love Leonardo, so I wanted to see what they could do. So I think this does work for me. It's something that I have to be cautious of and acknowledge when I'm doing it. I have to actually put in the effort to write more under than I would naturally on my side. But I just think it's great, and I just love it. As far as size comparisons go, I have the Momento Zero 2.0. I also have a normal Momento Zero right here. And as you can see, in comparison to like the normal Memento Zero, they're about the same size. Maybe this one's slightly longer, but as far as the 2.0, they're pretty close. The 2.0 kind of edges out. As you can see, it kind of curves this direction. I'm kind of surprised. I actually thought the Memento Zero would be bigger, but it is not, at least not lengthwise. Looking at them uncapped now, it is very similar. Honestly, these two end up being about the same in length. Maybe not width. It looks like the MZG is definitely a little bit wider, but the normal Memento Zero, you're quite a bit thinner than this is, and it ends up being a bit shorter as well. Looking at them posted now, it actually looks like the Momento Magico ends up being the longest. I think it's just because it doesn't post as deep. It looks like both the MZ and the MZG post just deeper. That's what's causing them the length disparity so much. One thing I forgot to mention, and I want to make sure I get it out there, is this is a piston filler pen right here. And if you've never used a Leonardo piston before, you need to. I love these. I've heard some comparisons kind of calling them like a coffee grinder. I don't know if it's as intense or as audible as that, but you definitely feel some notches in here as you spin them. It's just great. Look at this. In conclusion, how do I feel about this pen? Well, I wish I could be more subtle about it, but I really struggle to. Every Leonardo I get is just fantastic. They're gorgeous pens with everything I love. Unique cap bands that are super nice and stylized. The marble on this was a surprise to me, and even that has like that chatoyant effect right there. When you turn it, you can see it. It's just great. Every one of their pens that I get is just something that's just such a looker. You can show this to anyone even if they're not into pens, and they'll be mesmerized or think this is like crazy nice. I love their clips. I love this pen shape. I love these points on their pens, and their pistons are fantastic. It's so hard for me to find complaints about this. They are relatively expensive when you look at what you're getting. Sometimes you get a steel nib and you're still around almost $200. I'm not going to act like they're cheap pens. You can find them on sale. I was able to get this one on sale from Endless Pens. They had it up on sale for a pre-order and it was something like 20% off. So I had to do it. I don't own many solid blue pens, and this is definitely a one for me to try out, especially with the unique nib. All that being said, if you have never tried Leonardo pens, I highly recommend them, and I really recommend Endless Pens if you're looking for good sales and deals. I hope you learned something you didn't already know, and maybe you look forward to trying them out now for yourself. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below.